Every morning, a hidden 60-minute clock starts ticking, and if you're over 60, that clock decides whether your beet juice heals you or turns into expensive pink water. The amount you drink doesn't matter. The brand you trust doesn't matter. What you paid at the health store, irrelevant. What matters is one invisible hour. Researchers at a European university studied adults in their 60s and 70s just last year. They uncovered something almost nobody in your age group is doing correctly. 7 everyday items, things sitting in your kitchen, bathroom, and medicine cabinet, are quietly wiping out every benefit of beet juice within that first hour. And for some older adults, one of these items doesn't just cancel the juice. It lands them on the bathroom floor before lunch. Most people over 60 accidentally trigger 3 of these 7 every single day. They never feel a thing until they do. That silent part is what worries me most. Number 3 is already on your breakfast plate. I'll name it in the first few minutes. And before this video ends, you'll know the exact 60-minute rule that brings the full benefit back starting tomorrow morning. Beet juice works harder for you after 60, if you let it. Here's what no one tells you when you buy that bottle. There's a microscopic factory living on your tongue and in your stomach. Most seniors don't even know it exists. And it's the only thing that decides if beet juice actually works. Step 1 happens on your tongue. Friendly bacteria there take the raw nitrates from the juice and start converting them. Step 2 happens in your stomach. Your gastric acid, that same strong liquid that digests your food, finishes the job. It turns the pre-converted material into a tiny gas molecule. Scientists call it nitric oxide. What does that gas do? It tells your blood vessel walls to relax. Imagine lifting your finger off a kinked garden hose. Suddenly water rushes through again. Interrupt either step, and that gas never forms. Your expensive bottle of beet juice becomes flavored water. A single rinse with mouthwash this morning could have killed step 1 before you even poured your glass. A single pill in your medicine cabinet could be shutting down step 2 every single day. Most seniors pop that pill without a second thought. The research team found something in last year's study that they hadn't seen in younger adults. The benefit was actually larger in the older group. Hold that thought. I'll return to it. The whole process lives inside a single 60-minute window. If you break that window with any of the 7, an hour of good chemistry turns into nothing. Mistake number 1 isn't a pill or a food. It's the second drink most seniors reach for right after beet juice. Coffee. 10 minutes later. Sometimes 5. Sometimes in the same sip. Coffee doesn't destroy the beet juice itself. What it does is close the absorption window your body needs. The useful compounds stay in your stomach, and the chain reaction never starts. The fix is almost embarrassingly simple. Drink the beet juice first, wait a full hour, then have your coffee. Or flip it. Coffee first, wait 90 minutes, then juice. All you need is a kitchen timer. At some point, many seniors started trying to make beet juice taste better. Orange juice. A spoon of honey, sweetened almond milk, a splash of fruit juice to cover the earthy flavor. Every single one of those sends a sugar spike into your blood, and that sugar spike directly counteracts the vessel opening effect the tiny gas was about to create. You drank the medicine, then you drank the antidote in the same glass. Here's what made me suspicious. The wellness industry sells roughly 100 times more flavored beet juice blends than plain ones. That's not an accident. It's the reason half the bottles on the shelf are already ineffective before you pay for them. Sweeter label, dead drink. If you can't stand beet juice straight, mix it with water, plain unsweetened almond milk, or a squeeze of lemon. Nothing sweet, nothing fruity, nothing flavored. This one almost never gets discussed openly. Seniors around the Mediterranean drink beet juice and see their blood pressure drop within 2 weeks. American seniors drink the exact same juice and often see nothing. Same glass, same active ingredient, same human body. The breakfast plate changes everything. Look at yours. Toast, deli turkey, a slice of cheese, 2 strips of bacon, a pickle on the side. That's roughly 2,000 milligrams of sodium before 8 a. M. Salt tightens what beet juice tries to open. Beet juice opens your blood vessels. Salt pulls them tight. Same pipes, opposite directions. In a major trial published in the American Heart Association's own journal, beet juice lowered the top blood pressure number, the one the nurse calls out first, by about 11 points. A single slice of deli ham at breakfast can erase that drop in under 30 minutes. You drank the medicine, then you ate the antidote. The fix is a 2-hour gap. Keep beet juice at least 2 hours away from anything cured, canned, pickled, smoked, or salted. If your breakfast includes deli meat, drink the juice 90 minutes before the plate arrives, not with it, not after. The first 3 were in your kitchen. The 4th is in your bathroom. And honestly, it does more damage than the other 3 combined. Open the cabinet, pick up your mouthwash. If the bottle says antibacterial or antiseptic or kills germs, you've been sabotaging your beet juice before you ever open the bottle. Remember those good bacteria on your tongue. Antibacterial mouthwash wipes them out in less than 30 seconds. One rinse can erase a full day's worth of beet juice benefits within 6 hours. That's not speculation. It's been measured in actual medical studies. You could drink a gallon of beet juice after a mouthwash rinse, and barely any of it would turn into the tiny gas your body needs. The fix is to switch to a mouth rinse without antibacterial ingredients. Read the label. If it kills germs, it kills your beet juice too. If the mouthwash part is new to you, drop a red heart in the comments. That's how I'll know you want the rest of the 7. Slow down for a second because this next one is critical. We're moving from the bathroom to the medicine cabinet. This isn't about food anymore. It's about prescription drugs. Roughly 40% of adults over 60 take a heartburn pill that quietly destroys beet juice inside their own stomach. Almost none of them realize it. Omeprazole, pantoprazole, esomeprazole, lansoprazole. They all do the same basic thing. They shut off your stomach acid. Here's the problem. Your stomach acid isn't the enemy. It's the exact reason beet juice works in the first place. Remember step 2. Your gastric acid is what actually turns the pre-converted material from your tongue into the tiny gas. Shut it off, and there's nothing to make the conversion. So while you're drinking your beet juice every morning thinking you're helping your heart, your prescription is quietly getting in the way. You're drinking red water. Please do not stop your heartburn pill on your own. These are prescribed for real reasons. But the next time you see your doctor, ask one simple question. Can I space the pill further from the beet juice, or is there a different option, like famotidine, that would still let the juice work? Almost no doctor brings this up on their own. You have to be the one to ask. The last 2 items aren't about whether beet juice works. They are about whether you stay upright the next morning. Think about the last time you stood up too fast. Maybe it was yesterday, the hand on the counter, the half-second tilt where the room moved a little. Now picture that half-second at 7:45 a.m. because you drank beet juice at 7 and took your blood pressure pill 5 minutes later. Beet juice lowers blood pressure. So does the pill. On their own, both do exactly what they're supposed to. Stacked inside the same hour, the effects don't cancel, they add up. 1 in 3 adults over 65 falls every year. Roughly a quarter of those falls cause serious injury, most often a broken hip. And a broken hip at 70 carries a higher chance of dying in the next 12 months than many cancers do. Blood pressure pills come in 4 main types: lisinopril, losartan, metoprolol, amlodipine. There are others, but those 4 cover most people. If you're on one of them, keep a 2-hour gap between the pill and the beet juice at minimum. Say this to your doctor word for word. Can we space my blood pressure pill and my beet juice at least 2 hours apart? Most will agree on the spot. This next one honestly surprised me. Buried on page 3 of the FDA's own warning label is a sentence most senior health channels simply won't read out loud. I'm going to read it now. There's a small group of pills, the little ones some men take for intimacy problems, known as sildenafil, tadalafil, and generic versions. Those same pills are also prescribed for high blood pressure inside the lungs. Millions of adults over 60 take one of them. They happen to work through the exact same tiny gas that beet juice uses. Same gas, same vessel opening effect, same drop in blood pressure. Take one, drink the other inside the same window, and your blood pressure can fall to a level where your brain isn't getting enough oxygen to keep you awake. This isn't my opinion. It's the warning printed on the FDA label, on the European Medicines Agency label, and on the manufacturer's own package insert. If you're on any of those pills at any dose and any frequency, do not drink even a shot-sized bottle of beet juice without talking to your doctor first. Call, ask, and wait for the answer before you do anything else. You had your beet juice this morning. How many of the 7 did you hit? 3, 4, all 7. Most seniors land on 3 every single day, and until now they had no idea what it was costing them. Drop your number in the comments. Whatever it is, I read everyone. And whoever writes the highest honest number will get a reply from me personally. Here's what all of this boils down to. Beet juice needs a clean 60-minute window before you drink it and another clean 60-minute window after. That means no mouthwash, no coffee, no heartburn pill, no salty food, no sweet mixer, no stacked blood pressure pill, and no intimacy pill inside those windows. 1 hour on each side. 2 hours total. That's the piece that was missing. Now, the finding I promised I'd come back to. The research team found that the benefit of beet juice is actually larger in adults in their 60s and 70s than in adults under 30. Read that twice if you need to. Use the right way. Beet juice works harder for you than it does for your own grandchildren. You aren't late to this. If anything, you're early. You happen to be the perfect age for this juice. You've just been feeding it into the wrong 60 minutes. The amount doesn't have to be heroic either. Somewhere around 3/4 of a teacup once a day, inside a clean window. At that amount, the major trial recorded an 11-point drop on the top blood pressure number. That's bigger than some prescription pills can pull off. Here's exactly what to do tomorrow. First, skip the antibacterial mouthwash. That single change recovers more benefit than any extra supplement you could add to the glass. Second, drink the beet juice before anything else touches your mouth. Not after coffee, not after toothpaste, before all of it. Third, wait a full 60 minutes before you eat anything, drink anything, or take any pill. 1 clean hour. 3 small shifts. 10 years of wasted beet juice corrected in a single morning. Most seniors will keep doing it wrong for the next decade. You don't have to be one of them. And if 1 hour around beet juice can do that, wait until you hear what a different 60-minute window does to olive oil after 60. Same body, same clock, opposite result. If this helped you, hit like and subscribe to Winds of Thought. Tap the video on screen right now before it disappears.